Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl, Black Girl Minimalism. I am doing a nighttime read for tonight, Sunday. We're going to do a spread of 12. We've already gotten 3 cards thus far: the Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, a lot of Knight's energy. The Star card. I hope that you guys had a beautiful Sunday. I was out and about, so I hope that you guys got to get out and enjoy whatever day that you had. If it was sunny, if it was rainy, however it was, I hope that it was still a beautiful day. We also received the Ace of Cups, the Hangman. I love this Hangman energy because she they are still wearing their crown. Um, the Two of Swords as well. And this particular deck has I was about to say something else. Has descriptions at the top. So I'll read to that once I decide what energy that we'll be specifically reading into, even though we do a spread of 12. I usually just read it whatever card sticks out to me. We also receive the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Justice card. I received one card I didn't receive before. The Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and so that's 12 cards. And then the card facing up is the Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles speaks to legacy, roots, family, ancestry, inheritance, windfall, foundation, privilege, affluence, stability, and tradition. So I think this is the energy, how I see this is the energy in which we're leaning towards or walking to. But some of the energies that came up is the Knight of Swords, which is assertive, direct, impatient, intellectual, doing, focused, perfectionist, ambition. So maybe some of this energy is where you're walking away from, or maybe it's things that you might be walk learning from, in a sense. Practical, the Knight of Pentacles is another energy that we received as well. But the plane is at the top, so we have the plane above her. So it's practical, reliable, efficient, stoic, slow and steady. Maybe energy that's hard to read, committed, patient, and conservative. We also received the Star card, and I read to this energy as well the other day, maybe was it yesterday or the day before. Whenever I received this deck is when I read to this energy. So the Star card is like one of the most beautiful cards that you receive in the deck. It's really a card of healing and rejuvenation. Like you're tapping in, you're taking time for yourself. Outside of the Hierophant, which we also received as well, the Hierophant, I see this as a card of taking time to be less centered and a little bit more quiet. So tradition, taking in consideration about social groups. So maybe the people and people and energy that you're filling your time with, because the books are there as well. So it might be specific to what you're investing in, conventionality, conformity, education, knowledge, and beliefs. So maybe perspectives on things, how you're seeing things from a different perspective. We also received the Ace of Cups. This has to do with love, new feelings, emotional awakening, creativity, spirituality, and intuition. I see this as a really abundant energy and energy overflowing, because the cup is like, it is, I see this as it's everything is in your hands. Like it's based on the choices in your hands. Of course, but the bird being there, I see this as very pure energy. With the water being there, of course, cups overflowing as so I see that side by side with the Star card. And then we also receive the Hangman, which I spoke to as well. Waiting, contemplation. So I see that very specific to decision making. We also received the Two of Swords. So this has to do with being stuck in the middle, but I think this has to really do with information. So you might not have all the facts in hand. And then the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles has to do with abundance, prosperity, security, ambition, safety, kindness, patriarchy, protectiveness, and provision. You received a Justice card, which really is, I see this as Libra card, but it has to do with integrity, honesty, consequence, accountability, law, and truth. So still has to do with information. I see this has to do with particular information that has to do with how you're reading into it. That's where like the integrity, honesty, law, truth comes in. And then we also received a card, Five of Cups, that has to do with like disappointment, sadness, mourning, discomfort, feeling let down. So that's where that contemplation comes in. So it makes sense why you would get the Justice card, because you're thinking on the information. You're taking time to like really reflect and making sure that maybe the decision making that you're moving towards is the right decision for you. And then we also received the Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles has to do with like insecurity, hoarding, stinginess. Maybe you have to take accountability for the things that you are holding on to, stability, savings, materialism. I saw this as a card of materialism. So maybe taking account for the things possession wise. It was another card here that talked about possession. Where was it? Can't figure. Something else said possession. But like, yeah, so possessions has to, I see that as like a card to be specific about letting things go. Like maybe it's necessary for you to let things go to move into this energy of the Ten of Pentacles, because the Ten of Pentacles was facing up, and it had to do with like stability, tradition, privilege, foundations. So with you letting things go, you might be moving towards a more fluid energy that has to do with the Ace of Cups, which is more about your a new awakening, healing, rejuvenation, that star energy. And then you also receive like the Ten of Wands, so like carrying a lot, and that makes sense for why these two cards to go together. So maybe you're just carrying too much at this time, and it's asking you to like be aware of just like being okay with letting things go, being okay with having less in order to move towards something new. So yeah, that's how I see it. I think the energy is half and half here, and it's not really even half and half. It's just telling you that you have to let things go in order to move towards the new, and that's just necessary in life. Like, you can't always. It's like asking yourself to like, if you keep doing things the same way, you're not going to be able to grow, or you're not going to be able to accept new energy to come in. So sometimes you just got to switch it up in order to accept new. So like the two cards that I'm going to read into are, let's start with the Ace of Cups for this particular deck. Because I don't believe that I've read the Ace of Cups for this deck. And I don't think I've read too much into this deck from the book. So let's go to that. So Ace of Cups. All right, so the Ace of Cups, like we spoke to, is love, new feelings, emotional awakening, creativity, spirituality, intuition. The aces indicate new beginnings, so it's time for you to have a new beginning and a renewal energy. It talks to emotional well-being and creative expression. So it's wanting you to be more, it wants you to step into the new. A beautiful card that signifies a period of connection and fulfillment. You're walking into fulfillment energy as to why the star card came up. It talks about new romance, friendship, next level in relationships. So moving towards a next level, deeper intimacy. And as for career, friendly relations at work, new emotions about jobs, and then the jolt of creativity, financial assistance, happy financial news, creativity, and earning money. The Ace of Cups represents a positive flow of energy. So if everything is flowing in your for your good. It can also indicate a mutual beneficial friendship that brings happiness and deep emotional satisfaction. And then the next card that I spoke to was the Star card, which is a major arcana. So the Star card has to do with, and I'll put it up to you, and I think I put it up the other day. And I'm sorry if you guys can't see it as well, but heavy water energy. She's bathing herself. I see this as a point of renewal. It's like just water all around her. And then the star is in the sky. So the star brings hope, maybe a new sense of hope, renewed power and strength to carry on with life. It shows you how to abundantly blessed you are. So showing gratitude for where you are and being significant about the energy or the things that you have in your life. And that's why it's asking you to take inventory for what is, as evident by the various things around you. Again, speaking to what these things are, taking inventory. Optimistic about love life, healing from past wounds, and then the upright career meaning is positive career rewards, high hopes about the job, or reaching financial goals, remaining inspired. Remember that you hold with you in you all that you need for fulfillment. So sometimes that's the thing that we forget sometimes, is when we're in a space of reflections, we forget everything that we need is within us. We might go to someone for outside advice, but really we need to, we're really not looking for the advice, we're really looking for validation, and we don't need it. Honestly, the only thing that you need is courage. For this, you have every reason to rejoice. So you have every reason to be thankful for the things that you have. And then the last card that I'm going to read is the King of Pentacles. And this has to do with abundance and prosperity. So the King of Pentacles is abundance, prosperity, security, ambition, safety, kindness, patriarchy, protectiveness, businessman, provision, sensibility, and reliability. Sorry. The King of Pentacles indicates your involvement in business and streamlining the financial aspects of your life. Right now, your first priority is stability, both in the future and in the present. Upright love meaning is generous provider, serious relationship, emotionally and financially secure. And upright career meaning is success, encouraging mentor, referrals, good reputation. And the upright financial meaning is financial milestones, saving, investing, supporting loved ones, and indulging. So this particular energy, again, she's sitting on her throne and she's just accepting what is, right? And so your patience, your honesty, your kindness, and your loyalty will be rewarded. You can get sound financial advice, practical actions, and consciousness behavior will lead you to your success. So it's just like, it's literally saying that success is coming in for you, but you're walking out of this energy that had you stagnant in a sense, but you're walking towards like all of this, like the Star card, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. I mean, Ten of Wands is, I see that as a place of past. But the Ace of Cups, all of this is renewal. But I think the Hierophant is also very significant because you need a bit of knowledge education and to like investing and being able to learn more in order to walk into this energy. So yeah, that's what I see for us in regards to tonight's read. I hope that you guys receive this message, and I love you. Bye.